and gentlemen, boys and girls, webheads of all ages, welcome to The Amazing Spider-Man Unmasked. I'm Rosie Etta.
And I'm Paul McGuire. It has been exactly 50 years since Spider-Man made his first appearance in Marvel Comics' Amazing Fantasy issue number 15. Since then, through comic books, television, and film, plus every spin-off from video games, theme park rides, and record-breaking Broadway mega musicals, to children's toys, bed sheets, and pajamas, he has become so iconic, so ingrained in popular culture, that you might think you already know everything about the boy named Peter Parker.
But there is a critical piece of the Amazing Spider-Man puzzle that has never been put into place. It involves Spidey's true origin, this time around with the help of an amazing new cast, a visionary new director, and a team of mind-blowingly talented cinematic effects wizards. We finally get to explore the untold story of the Amazing Spider-Man. The film is set in the familiar environs of New York City, where a withdrawn high school student named Peter Parker is dealing with familiar high school questions like, who am I? Why does that guy keep beating me up? And how can I get that girl to go out with me?
You're a wanted man, Peter Parker.
But The Amazing Spider-Man, directed by Mark Webb and starring Andrew Garfield as the web-swinging wonder, takes us on a brand new journey with Peter Parker as he explores his relationship with Gwen Stacy.
I'm gonna throw you out the window now.
Adjusts to his newfound amazing abilities, and embarks on his ultimate mission to find out the answer to the greatest question of his life. What happened to his parents?
I never really knew my father. My parents left when I was very young.
Peter, someday you'll understand.
I'm Richard Parker's son.
If you want the truth about your parents, Peter, come and get it.
With an astonishing and unprecedented look into Peter Parker's past, The Amazing Spider-Man is headed in a brave new direction.
But in order to fully appreciate where The Amazing Spider-Man is going, we should take a quick look back at where he came from. Summer 1962. Politically, it was the height of the Cold War. Technological advances were shrinking the planet as the world's first communications satellite, called Telstar, was launched into space, making live transatlantic television broadcasts possible. The first ever Walmart opened for business. They built this in Seattle. This guy made these. These guys played their first gig here. These guys fired this guy and hired this guy. And readers of the final issue of a Marvel science fiction and supernatural comic book series called Amazing Fantasy got their first ever glimpse of this guy. It was precisely because Amazing Fantasy was canceled that The Amazing Spider-Man was born. The now legendary team of writer-editor Stan Lee and artist Steve Ditko were given a free pass by Marvel Comics then publisher Martin Goodman to do whatever they wanted. Because the company had nothing to lose, Amazing Fantasy was finished. And what Lee and Ditko wanted to do was create a new kind of superhero. A relatable, slightly nerdy kid with identity issues, self-doubt, money problems, and girl troubles. Amazing Fantasy number 15 was one of Marvel's best sellers. The Amazing Spider-Man character was an immediate hit, and in a matter of months, Spidey had his very own series that would smash sales figures and go on to define an empire. The Amazing Spider-Man first leapt off the printed page in 1967, arriving in 52 glorious half-hour chunks in animated form on Saturday morning television, with the voice of both Peter Parker and his alter ego Spider-Man provided by Stratford mainstay and Canadian acting treasure Paul Soles. Other animated versions followed and continue to this day. In the mid-70s, Spider-Man made his first live-action appearances in short segments on the PBS children's show The Electric Company. He was played by actor and puppeteer Daniel Segrin, though you never saw his face, and he only spoke in comic book-like thought bubbles. Then in 1978, Nicholas Hammond, who played Friedrich von Trapp in The Sound of Music, became the first actor to play Peter Parker and a live-action Spider-Man in a short-lived CBS television series called, appropriately, The Amazing Spider-Man. The next major medium jump was in 2002 when Tobey Maguire pulled on the webbed red and blue suit for director Sam Raimi, bringing Spider-Man to the big screen. That film and its two sequels took in a combined $2.5 billion at the box office. And here we are, about a month away from 50 years to the day that The Amazing Spider-Man debuted on the pages of Amazing Fantasy number 15. In case you're wondering, the new issue of The Amazing Spider-Man comic book comes out next week. It's number 688.
In case you're interested in picking up a copy of Amazing Fantasy 15 featuring the first appearance of the Amazing Spider-Man, there are still quite a few original copies in good condition available.
That's right. Just last year, a collector picked up a near-mint copy of the historic publication for only $1.1 million, so they're out there.
When The Amazing Spider-Man Unmasked returns, we'll go one-on-one with the man who pulled on the mask for the first time to take The Amazing Spider-Man to new heights, Andrew Garfield.
And we'll meet the rest of the cast, hear from the director, and get an exclusive extended look at The Amazing Spider-Man. We'll be right back.